talkSPORT's got exclusive national radio commentary on all 10 Premier League games across the week, starting from today. Newcastle against Spurs live from 7 on talkSPORT, presented by Adrian Durham. Fulham against Man City live on talkSPORT 2. Bournemouth against Everton live on the talkSPORT app. Just swipe across to access that one. So let's look ahead to the game at St James's Park tonight. As everyone knows by now, Thomas Frank has come under fire after saying real Spurs fans don't boo players who wear the shirt, and not during the game anyway. Our resident fan, Tottenham fan, Jamie O'Hara, was not a happy man on the sports bar last night. He says Thomas Frank is running out of credit.
No one's talking about the tic-tac, not yet.
Well, I think there is.
I think Eddie's got a little bit of credit in the bank, mate.
I don't know if he has, Thomas Frank. I don't know if Thomas Frank's got much credit left.
Do you think he's running out of credit?
I think he's maxed out the credit card, mate.
Has he?
I think the bank are on the phone.
Oh my God! They're going to go in and start taking goods.
I think they want payment. Oh, they want payment. They want payment. They're on the phone.
Mate, it could be.
Amex are phoned up.
Fulham could go above you. Everton could go above you. Newcastle could go above you. West Ham.
We're dropping like a stone, mate. We're dropping like a stone. Honestly, I wish I could drop a stone.
Makes me wonder, Ali, listening to Jamie there, who he thinks would replace Thomas Frank. I mean, they've tried Mourinho, they've tried Conte, they've tried Pochettino, they've tried Big Ange.
The list is endless, mate. They are going to have to just regroup, get behind the manager, get behind the team, and I understand the supporters' frustrations. As I said to you, there was the bizarre situation last year. How many times did a man go and win a European trophy knowing he's facing the sack? Now, we're not going to go over the rights and wrongs of the whole thing again, but you just got to say that is a bizarre situation. And that's just Tottenham at this moment in time, Jeff. You know, they lack any, obviously Daniel Levy leaving as well. They just look a club that lack any form of stability.
Yeah. And it's not a new thing for them to lose games at home. I think they lost 10 home games last season. Yeah. So this isn't something that's just happened under Thomas Frank. Bart, who's clearly a Newcastle fan, he's been very mischievous. He's texted, he said, LNER are putting on extra trains this evening for Tottenham fans at St James's Park for the 8:15 kickoff against Newcastle. The trains will depart Newcastle Central at 8:30, 8:45 and 9 o'clock. I shouldn't laugh, but it is funny. Let's hear from a Spurs fan. Mark. Morning, Mark.
Good morning, Mark.
Morning, gents. How you doing?
Yeah, well, mate.
Really
We're well.
Mate.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just before I go on to my main point about tonight, if you look at that goal, I played defender, and if you look at that goal on Saturday, yes, Vicario made a mess of it, but what the bloody hell were the defenders doing, not going back and defending your goal line?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand. I was just thinking, what are you doing stood on the edge of your box? And, you know yourself, Ali, you played. The first thing you do, you defend your goal line. They should have been dropping back. Absolutely. Anyway, I'm going up to Newcastle tonight along with 3,000 others of us. We won't be booing the team tonight. It's all to do with people who go, they'll do the odd game. You know, the proper Tottenham fans, the ones of us who travel home and away every week, we won't boo the team tonight. We might get disgruntled, and God, we've had so much to be disappointed about over the last few years. Yeah. But no, we won't boo the team tonight. And we were out in Paris last week. You know, we'll be there again. Yeah. We won't boo the team. Like proper Tottenham fans, as Frank said, do not boo the football team.
I think you're right, Mark. Do you know Jeff and I were talking about it early at 6 o'clock, right? I will always stand up for the supporters' right to voice his opinion at the games, right? Absolutely. They pay their hard-earned money. They are well entitled to give their opinion, whether it's booing, whether it's cheering, whatever it may be, as long as it's within the law. But I don't think anybody can argue that booing a player does not help the player, does not help the team, and does not help the atmosphere.
No, I absolutely agree. And as I said, the comment that Newcastle fan made, we'll be up in the gods as always, but we'll get behind the team, we'll support the team. All we ask is for 11 players, and God knows how many subs come on, to play, put some pride back into the shirt. And that's the biggest problem we've had, and I've said it for ages, we don't have a leader on that team, and we haven't had one since Ledley was there. We've gone through a whole raft of captains that just don't have the football club in their heart. And that's we do as supporters, we do. But we do not have a leader on that pitch.
Yeah,
and that is Tottenham Hotspur's biggest problem.
Yeah,
and
it's a very fair...
Had it for years.
It's a very fair point, Mark. Where do you stand on Thomas Frank?
I don't want to be disrespectful to Brentford, but, you know, he's coming to a massive football club. But, you know, you had the Mourinhos, you had the Contes, you know, big characters, and they couldn't do anything with that lot either. We're not going to go into the Levy thing, but he's left Thomas Frank with not a great squad, shall we say. But I don't know. I mean, the one I'd have gone for is Glasner, but Frank, you've got to give him some time. You know, in Paris last week, he got it right with the midfield that he played. Bentancur, Paulinho, and Sarr. He got that right. And you saw how well we played. He keeps changing it around. Yeah, I want to see Gray in there. I want to see Bergvall playing. But he's got to get a consistent team right. And, you know, losing two of your most creative players in Kulusevski and Maddison ain't helping us. And what we need, the new board, the new board, the board have got to go out in January and say, right, there's 100 million quid. Go and buy a striker. Go and get a decent goalkeeper. When Donnarumma came on the scene, I know he's got his problems with his bookings and everything. We should have gone and got him. Because Vicario, yes, he's an okay shot stopper, but he does not give us any confidence in him at all. So January for us, striker, I go and get Tony back from Brentford, and we need a decent keeper as well. But you've got to give Frank some time. You've got to let him. Else we're just going to go down the road again and get another manager for another 10 games, then another manager for 10 games. The money we must have spent on paying managers off, we could have bought a decent striker with all that lot.
Peter, great call. Have a safe trip.
Thanks, me all the best.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I said Peter, of course, it's Mark. Sorry, Mark. And the reason I said Peter was because I'm looking for a text from Peter says, get Xavi in at Spurs will command instant respect. Yeah, Peter, what? Just like Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte and Mauricio Pochettino and Big Ange and Nuno. You know, why would it be different with Xavi? I don't get it. I think that Mark was absolutely right. Just got to give Thomas Frank the time he requires,